situations again, because I might be tempted. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything but me. But me. I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, people? Hey, hey, hey. Yo, yo. Paint away.
Day and night, 6 hearts over.
I'm okay.
You're alright, goodbye then.
If you dare.
Someone new is pulling
Everywhere.
I'm afraid to let them know.
Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Yo, 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 yo.
Nothing is what I think I will drown in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. After you.
I'm afraid of feeling some too soon.
Cling to what you're given.
Nothing is what I say.
I feel far away. Yo, yo, yo.
Nothing is what I think
I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Let's go, Elite. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Dude, how we doing on this fine Saturday night? Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that love button. Someone new is pulling everywhere. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away.
Nothing is what I think I will drown in. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nothing is what I say.
I feel far away. Nothing is what I think I will drown in. Ain't nothing
Is what I say.
I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. Nothing is what I think. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause I will drown in pink. Oh, 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 oh. Let's go, dude. All right. All right. It's a good little cooking intro. How we doing? How are we doing, dude? Oh my God. Dude, it's somebody's birthday? Magnolia's birthday? Let's go. Happy birthday, Magnolia. Let's fucking go. G to the G, baby. What are we doing here? Lord have mercy. All right. Saturday night. Right? Dude, yo, yo, yo. Oh shit. Dude, I'm tired, man. I had a little nap. Probably should have taken a longer nap. Dude, what's up? Love from Cali. Let's go. California. We love California. So we're going to, you know, hey, we're gonna take a look at some of the war lies. Man, I gotta say, dude, I saw this Fox News 𝗙 and that's when it really hit me, right? Was, you know, after the Fortnite stream, whatever, I'm just sitting around. I you know, made another video after the Fortnite stream, but I was watching fucking I just saw something on Twitter that showed this Fox News 𝗙, and as soon as I saw the Fox News 𝗙, it was like I could just feel like how duped. I could feel how duped we've been, like in my bones, right? Dude, it was right here. Hold on. Let me see. It was this 𝗙 right here, right? And whatever, we have the greatest military on earth, but it was this one, right? Where it says Trump, Iran was going to have a nuclear weapon in 2 to 3 weeks, right? And that's when it fucking hit me. What a colossal, like, bed of lies. These guys. I mean, dude, this is the shit that, like, Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying since the 90s, bro. I mean, seriously, there is like a fucking, it's like a thing, okay? It is like it's like a thing, bro. Just see if we can just find one. Right? He's been saying it since the 90s, dude. Like, I shit you not. Yeah, here we go. 1986, dude. Look at this shit. 1986, bro.
Get these regimes, Libya, Iran. Think of Gaddafi or Khomeini being accustomed to the idea that they can do anything they want, send their killers anywhere, strike at anyone, anytime. Then you may very well find yourself in a world in a few years from now with a Gaddafi or Khomeini with nuclear weapons. The stakes here are enormous. Get these regimes, Libya, Iran. Think of Gaddafi or Khomeini being accustomed to.
That's not the one I was looking at, but fucking, oh, here it is. No. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Watch this. This is here. You ready?
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year. It could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
If not stopped.
Dude, like, fucking, it's so crazy, dude. Right? Oh, shit. Just a couple of weeks, a matter of weeks, 3 to 5 years, in a couple of weeks, in a very short time, right? Dude, you literally, it was like 30 years of this guy, this clown saying this. And I mean, they just want to invade it. You know what I'm saying? They literally just wanted to invade. They just wanted to fucking to blow it up. You know, that's what they've wanted to do like forever. You know, it's crazy to think how long these guys have been involved in politics too, right? Oh, shit, boss. Hold on one sec here. Yeah, isn't that crazy? That Kyron, dude, 2 fucking weeks, bro. Hold on, we're gonna move this shit around. All right, let's watch this clip because it's like, I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't think this is gonna be a short thing. I mean, initially it was sort of like, I don't know, Trump made it seem like, oh, they're gonna, bomb for a couple of days. This thing's going to be like lickety-split. But this shit is like, it's going to drag out, okay? It is going to drag out. Dude, stop stupidity. Let's go. Dude, it's crazy. All right, here we go.
You want to talk about leverage. With every passing day, we have more and more leverage because we have more and more capabilities. We're hitting them harder and harder, and they have less of an ability to defend themselves. So we're pressing the offensive every single day, creating all the leverage the president needs for the outcoming wars.
So it sounds like you think they're running out of one or both of the drones.
Well, I think when you look, they're sending in much less drones. They're being decimated now. At some point, I don't think there'll be anybody left, maybe, to say we surrender. They're being decimated, and when you look, also, all of a sudden they apologized to the Middle Eastern states that they shot at them. I was very surprised to see they did that, but you mark that down as a victory for us and for the Middle Eastern states, who are really friends of ours. But I guess they're not going to be shooting at them anymore. They apologized, and we'll see what happens. But that's a big loss. That's a surrender right there. I called it a surrender today. When they apologized and said they're not shooting at them anymore, that's really a surrender to those states and to us. Anything else?
Sir, some Iranians are concerned that the Kurds will carve out kind of an autonomous region as they did in Syria and Iraq.
We're not looking at the Kurds going in. We're very friendly with the Kurds, as you know, but we don't want to make the war any more complex than it already is. No.
You've ruled that out?
We don't want, I have ruled it out. I don't want the Kurds going in. I don't want to see the Kurds get hurt, get killed. We've had a good relation. They're willing to go in, but I've told them I don't want them to go in.
Do you think the map of Iran will...
I just think the war is complicated enough without getting the Kurds involved.
Boy, he sure has no problem calling this thing a war, doesn't he? I mean, you notice that? He's just glibly, oh, the war, this war, the war. He has no problem calling it a war, doesn't he? Even though, like, I mean, has Congress declared war? The fuck are they doing, bro? Jesus. Pine box now. Dude, he is full of shit. I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm watching him and Hegseth, and it just sort of seems like they're way in over their head, right? But now look at this. Look at this shit. Because this is one of the TPUSA goons, okay? Andrew Colvett, these fucking losers, these MAGA shitters. But look at what he says here. He says, this might be one of the most insightful exchanges yet into President Trump's internal thinking on Iran. Said he's prepared for this taking as long as he needed to achieve what other presidents didn't have the wherewithal to do. And this is key. I don't want to just come back every 10 years, and mostly you'll have presidents, mostly that won't do that because they don't get it. But we don't want to come back every 5 years or every 10 years and do this. So we want to pick a president that's not going to be leading their country into war, right? So he is like full on into his whatever, like regime change fantasies of him being like the supreme leader of Iran, picking some leader, but like, dude, they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing, dude. Dude, Toyota Corolla. This dude really pisses me off. I have close friends currently serving in the Army, Marines, and he's just nonchalantly playing with their lives. Dude, he is. I mean, he, like, his commentary about like the like deaths is crazy, dude. He is so like just everything is so glib. You know what I mean? Everything is so glib. I mean, I saw this, dude. This is crazy. These images of like Tehran, the shit is nuts, dude. I mean, Jesus, dude. Guys just driving down the freeway. I mean, look at that shit, bro. Dude, they're like, they're blowing up like refineries and water desalination plants. They're hitting all kinds of like at this point, it's not even military targets anymore. They're hitting like infrastructure targets. They're hitting targets that are going to like deeply affect the quality of life of the people living there. I mean, it is wild. It is really frightening. You know, it is really, really frightening. Okay. And then here's, you know, this is, hold on. Where's the other one? Where's the other fucking quote here? Oh, it's on this one. Right? Right here.
Iran today accused the U.S. of hitting a desalination plant in Iran. And they said that might open the door to other strikes on infrastructure, non-military.
Allow us to also open the door to other strikes against them.
Look, did you respond to that allegation? Did the U.S. hit the desalination?
They are among the most evil people ever on earth. They cut babies' heads off. They chop women in half. What they did, take a look at October 7th. Take a look at what they've done over the last 47 years.
Dude, first off, what is he talking about? About babies and women? Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy is so brain dead. And then he's talking about October 7th? Hello? Hello? Like, bro, Hamas and whatever went down on October 7th, that's not fucking Iran. And then he's going back 47 years. It's going back to the 70s, guys. Jesus, dude.
So I know nothing about a desalinization plant other than to say, if they're complaining about a desalinization plant, we complain about the fact that they shouldn't be chopping babies' heads off, okay?
Dude, Jesus, bro. Like, I mean, I know to him, everybody in the Middle East is like the same thing, right? I know he just sees everybody as one blanket thing. But, dude, the shit about the babies, like, what is he doing? Dude, Peter, let's go! Dude, this shit is ghoulish, guys. It is ghoulish. Yeah, I mean, he's just like pulling shit out of his ass. Isn't it weird too that like that again, that babies thing, that's a like a recurring, that's like a, you know, it's like human shields, right? It's just a recurring nonsensical excuse for whatever baby, whatever, right? You know, whatever, oh, I need an excuse to be barbaric, to have done something to, you know, be a war criminal. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, oh, they're chopping heads off of this, that, or the other. It is all just a, like, complete fucking bullshit. All right, here's about the school.
Mr. President, did the United States bomb a girls' elementary school in southern Iran on the first day of the war and kill 175 people?
In my opinion, based on what I've seen, that was done by Iran.
Is that true, Mr. Hegson? It was Iran who did that?
We're certainly investigating.
Still investigating?
But the only side that targets civilians is Iran. We think it was done by Iran.
Dude, he's like, in my opinion, the only side that targets civilians is Iran. Like, dude, who's believing these guys? Is there anybody, like, raise your hand if you think these two fucking cockknockers are just full of more shit than fucking Donnie's diaper. Like, I'm a raise two, bro. Jesus. Nobody is believing these guys. I mean, let's just recap here. In the last year, they've been lying about the jobs. They've been lying about the economy. They've been lying about prices, okay? They've been lying about the missiles they fired into boats, all right? They lied about the people murdered by ICE, right? They've lied repeatedly about every, like, criminal interaction with ICE and somebody, whether they, you know, kept saying people were using their vehicles as projectile weapons. It has just been lies upon lies upon lies, right? And now they're basically, it's like they're repeating nearly verbatim the same shit that Netanyahu and the IDF said during Gaza, while they were pummeling Gaza. Same shit. And, you know, right down to that Chiron that says, oh, they're going to have a nuclear weapon in 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks. Bro. Like, wow.
Because they're very inaccurate, as you know, with their munitions. They have no accuracy whatsoever. It was done by Iran.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. It seems like he said they have no accuracy. It seems like Iran's pretty accurate, guys. We've got 6 dead soldiers from drone strikes. They've been hitting, like, oil tankers and shit at the airports. They've gutted, you know, the airport in Dubai. I mean, they seem pretty fucking accurate with their shit, bro. Right? Dude, craziness. Okay? Oh, fuck, dude. Here's a missile hitting during a live NBC broadcast. Okay? He said that their missiles were gone. Their launchers are gone, right? They're right. You know what I'm saying? This is, dude, the strait is closed. Like, tremendous damage has been inflicted. You know what I'm saying? He's saying their capability is gone.
And the Israelis, I think that's what the calculation now is. Regime preservation. Could you get a more pragmatic figure presiding over this regime? Sure.
Dude, what the fuck, bro?
I think that's what the calculation now is. Regime preservation. Could you get a more pragmatic figure presiding over this regime? Sure.
Aaron, I just want to break in for a moment because we're looking at live pictures in the air over Tel Aviv, and obviously, as many people know or maybe don't know, there is an Iron Dome that Israel uses as its missile defense system, and we're seeing it working now. But in some places and instances, it does not work, and I believe this is one missile feasibly that has broken through the Iron Dome.
And the Israelis, I think that's what the calculation now is. Regime preservation. Could you get a more pragmatic figure presiding over this regime?
Yikes, dude. Dude, I just can't even imagine that shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't even imagine. Shit is brutal, dude. Shit is brutal. 𝗙𝗙𝗶𝗃, let's go. Thank you, boss. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I just don't believe, I don't believe this is going to be a short thing. And I don't believe that this is going to, you know, I mean, I know it's been sold to us as, you know, this thing that's going to happen really fast. We're so dominant, you know, it's going to be over before you know it, yada, yada, yada. But like, man, I'm just not seeing it. I feel like this thing's going to drag on for a while, you know, and every time Trump speaks here, he's, you know, he's just like, oh, you know, just reminding me of, remember when COVID first started? Remember COVID shows up and he goes out to the podium and he's like, man, this shit, it's going to be done in 2 weeks. It's going to be done by next month. You know, it's going to warm up. By the time we get to summer, the shit's going to be over. You got nothing to worry about, right? That's what he was doing. He was just, you know, oh, yeah. Just diminishing, minimizing. No. You don't understand, right? And I mean, we all lived through that. It was like years of punishing destruction, right?
Can you give us an idea of what unconditional surrender looks like to you? I mean, what do you want from Iran?
I said unconditional, not conditional. I said unconditional. It's where they cry uncle, or when they can't fight any longer, there's nobody around to cry uncle. That could happen too, because, you know, we've wiped out their leadership numerous times already. So it's...
Yeah, cry uncle. Like, dude, is this guy a fucking third grader, dude? What the fuck?
If they surrender, or if there is nobody around to surrender, but they're rendered useless in terms of military.
Dude. He actually said, cry uncle. Bro. I mean, it's like, I don't want to laugh because it feels dangerous. But this dumb motherfucker actually just said, when they said, what does unconditional surrender look like? He's like, I said unconditional, not conditional. And it's like, no shit, the reporter said unconditional. Dude, clean the wax out of your ears there, homie. He said, cry uncle is what he said. When they cry uncle, dude, he thinks he's doing like a noogie fight with, Jethro, Uncle Jethro. It really makes me sad because you wonder like how many 20-year-old kids are going to die because of these assholes. Dude. Dude, so he tells Time magazine, dude, he does not look good. Don't support Rolling Stone. Dude, fuck off, Rolling Stone. I'm a fucking subscriber, homie. All right, hold on. Let me log in real quick. Dude. All right. Give me a sec here. I gotta figure out which account I use. Uno momento, guys. Give me 1 sec. Dude, I'm so disappointed. And it's crazy too, guys, how like MAGA have just forgotten their anti-war shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember how much they talked about, oh, Kamala, you vote for Kamala. Remember, they couldn't pronounce her goddamn name right. You vote for Kamala. You're going to end up in war. World War III. Meh, 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 meh. Okay. All right, it is. Perfect. Is that account? Okay. Good, good, good. All right, there we go. There we go. Right? Dude, all the war, Trump on if Americans should be worried about retaliatory attacks at home, he says, I guess. Right? Like I said, some people will die, the president told Time. When you go to war, some people will die. It's like Joni Ernst. We're all going to die. Right? How about if they go first? Right? I mean, if some people got to die, some people are going to die. How about these assholes go first? Right? I vote for them to be the first guys in. Okay? Yeah, Barron. Dude, send Barron and then Eric and Don Jr. We'll put a helmet on Kai. She can fucking get out there, dude. Right? All right. Donald Trump's administration can't seem to agree on the scope, length, or end game of their military offensive against Iran, or even if the operations are actually a war. I think it's pretty clear that it's a war. And it's pretty clear that it should not be happening. Congress should be pulling the plug on this shit. Amid growing international chaos over the devastating offensive, it doesn't seem like the president fully appreciates the gravity of the situation. You should check out the Greater Israel Wiki. Let's go. Thank you, Not George. Trump has continued posting about election conspiracy theories and rambling about renovating the White House as Americans have sought answers about the war, while official government accounts post supercut videos equating the war to something out of a movie or a video game. Let me just tell you, those memes mixing like baseball and football and GTA and the war things are so tasteless. Like, that is like some of the most garish and ghoulish shit I have seen ever coming from a government. Like so bad. Okay? When Time magazine recently asked Trump whether Americans should be worried about the possibility of retaliatory attacks in the United States, the president essentially shrugged. I guess, Trump said. We think about it all the time. We plan for it, but yeah, we expect some things. Like I said, some people will die. When you go to war, some people will die. Inspiring stuff from the commander-in-chief. Let's go now, George. Yeah, man. Somebody needs to take the keys to the Situation Room away from this dumb shit. Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's Lord Farquaad-esque "some of you may die" attitude toward potential American casualties has been a through line since strikes began last week. Okay, Trump mused about his golden curtains during a White House event in which he discussed American casualties. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did make a YouTube short about it that is up right now. It's some crazy shit. He was in the room. There were a bunch of soldiers in there. He was there to talk about the American casualties. And in the middle of it, he just turns and sees these curtains and starts rambling about the ballroom and trying to be funny, thinking he's out there telling some jokes about his ballroom. It was hard to watch. It was pretty brutal. Okay. It was just brutal. Hegseth has repeatedly minimized the deaths of 6 American service members as the cost of warfare, right? And he suggested that more deaths are expected before the war ends. On Wednesday, he berated members of the press for reporting on the deaths, accusing them of wanting to make the president look bad. Dude, save kids. Let's go, dude. Send Barron first. I'm with you, boss. Dude, I want Barron at the front of the line, baby. Dude, the war. I mean, they seem pretty comfortable calling it a war. That clip on the plane today, Jesus, he was like completely comfortable referring to it as a war. War itself has become a term of contention. The administration has waffled about whether its military operations against Iran are quick targeted strikes, a short-term offense, or an all-out war with no end date in sight. They have yet to provide a coherent reason as to why it was even necessary, nor have they offered consistent objectives. In a Truth Social post today, Trump wrote that there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. Dude, 𝗙ecie, he looks corpse-like. He does. Dude, let's see the Truth Social. What a dog shit website. What do you say? Here's what he says. He says, Iran, which is being beat to hell, has apologized and surrendered to its Middle East neighbors, promised that it will not shoot at them anymore. This promise was only made because of relentless U.S. and Israeli attack. They were looking to take over and rule the Middle East. It is the first time that Iran has ever lost in thousands of years to surrounding Middle Eastern countries. They have said, thank you, President Trump. I have said, you're welcome. Iran is no longer the bully of the Middle East. They are instead the loser of the Middle East and will be for many decades until they surrender or more likely completely collapse. Today, Iran will be hit very hard. Under serious consideration for complete destruction and certain death because of Iran's bad behavior are areas and groups of people that were not considered for targeting up until this moment in time. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Dude, like watching him, I don't know about you guys, but like, dude, just reading this guy's writing is so triggering, boss. Dude, Linz, let's go. Thank you, Linz. Linz videos, fire indeed. Do we need golden pine box right now, Jen? Yes, we do. Dude, I am ready for the pine box of all pine boxes. Dude, what the fuck is going on, dude? Oh my God. Dude, look at him, bro. Jesus. Dude, it's like, what is up with this fucking, it's like this site is just dog shit, bro. So it says, here we go. This is a Vandenberg poll. It says 84% of MAGA voters approve of the military campaign. Just 14% disapprove. These are the anti-war people, guys. They're now war. 92% agree Trump's use of force against Iran will help deter future attacks from our adversaries. I don't think so, guys. Dude, what a dog shit website, right? Dude, like Truth Social. We saw that post about the defense companies. It's been going on for months. Dude. Trash Social. Yeah, that site sucks, dude. He's not look well. All right, so it says Ali Larijani, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council. It has been reported to me that several American soldiers have been taken prisoner, but the Americans claim they have been killed in action. Despite their futile efforts, the truth is not something they can hide for too long. Okay, So I don't know, dude. There's a lot of, at this point, it seems to be a lot of yapping, right? I mean, I hope they haven't taken any fucking guys prisoner. That seems like it would be bad. Dude, I just can't believe how right? I can't believe how, like, dutifully MAGA will just polish the knob, dude. I mean, they have like zero fucking scruples. Like zero like lines in the sand, dude. But yeah, here's an oldie but goodie. Watch this.
I will tell you, you're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you. I will tell you, you're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can.
Really? Yeah, really? All right, Trumpy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, quiet, piggy. All the MAGAs who insulted me are hiding. Are they, Marisol? They're all hiding. Dude, let's go. Dude, let's go. Dude, let's go. Let's goal up. Dance party. Dude, we're going to have to fucking dance the night away, guys. Let's do this. Dude, let's go, Corey. Let's go, baby. Oh. Yeah, it is a little bit depressing, isn't it? But I mean, look at this shit, dude. They're already talking about Cuba.
Cuba's a disaster. But I've been hearing so much about Cuba. But Cuba's in its last moments of life, as it was. It'll have a great new life, but it's in its last moments of life the way it is.
Dude, he sounds like he's in his last moments of life, doesn't he? Doesn't he sound like shit? Like, I mean, you know, that maybe the one bright side of all of this war is that it's going to be accelerationist when it comes to, you know, the summit of the pine box. Right? Right? Because, I mean, he does seem like he is scuffed. Dude, pine box now. Yes. Yes. Dude, Engrain, we beat this. Dude, we beat this. We beat it. Beat it. Beat it. Trumpy's pine box. Eat it. Let's go.
And but our focus right now is on Iran. And we'll do that. I would say, what will you do? Take about 2 days off, Marco? No, he won't. Maybe an hour. He'll take 1 hour off, and then he'll finish up a deal on Cuba. That'll be an easy one. But it'll be the entire region that we're doing that. Many of you have come today, and they say, I hope you can take care of Cuba, because you've had problems with Cuba, right? You mentioned.
Dude, they just want to attack everybody now. Right? Everybody. Dude, TKO, let's go, Lynn's videos. Let's go. Dude, Pinky Parker, the Third Reich is cooked. Dude, the Third Reich. Dude, these guys, idiots. All right, so here's. Oh, it's just some fucking.
Can I ask one off topic?
On topic.
On topic. Okay.
Which is unusual for you. Go ahead.
Thank you. What is motivating you to do this right now? Because there is a lot of other stuff going on in the world.
Right. That's right. There's a lot. We're doing by the way, in Iran, we're doing very well. Somebody said, how would you score it from 0 to 10? I said I'd give it a 12 to a 15.
Dude, yeah, it's that glibness right? Of like, oh yeah, we're doing so great. Like they're almost devastated. They're like basically done, guys. It's like basically over, right? I mean, technicalities, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're like a 15. They're decimated, right? Just, right? Obliterated, right? Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, no. I know that like all the allies, the Strait of Hormuz is closed, airports are knocked out. Like I know there's attacks in many other countries, but no, it's almost done. Everything's just like, you know, technicalities.
Their army is gone. They're just about, look, their navy is gone. Their communications are gone. Their leaders are gone. 2 sets of their leaders are gone. They're down to their 3rd set.
And again, they seem not at all bothered by any of that.
Their air force is wiped out entirely. Think of it. They have 32 ships. All 32 are at the bottom of the ocean. Other than that, they're doing very well, Coach. Very well. We're doing, our military is doing phenomenally. That's the big thing for this week. We seem to have a new thing every week, but
yes. All right, let's check the oil prices, shall we? Dude, it was like 91. Yeah, still at 91. All right. Holding rock steady at 91, dude. Oh, shit. Jesus, dude. And we don't have a leader? I know. It is. It is crazy, dude. Pinky! Pine box now, yes! All right. Dude, I'm going to go pee. In times of crisis, in times of, you know, war, where we have no sane entity in leadership, I like to go pee. I'm going to go pee. Dude, 350. Dude, what, did you see that picture? Like, check this out. Oh my God, dude. I think 𝗙𝗍𝗄𝗆𝗍 posted it. I know I saved it. Did I save it? I think I saved it on my phone. But it is like the craziest picture. You're probably seeing it all over the internet, right? But it is this photo. Where is it? This one, right? Dude, right? America's back. Isn't that fortuitous? And then you got that Exxon sign with the 449 in front of it. Like, Jesus, dude. Dude, in some places in California, it's like over $6 already. I don't know what it is here right now. I know that, like, gas is pretty expensive in Oregon. It is. It's pretty expensive here because we're way far away from Refinery Row. And, you know, we have travel costs and we have... Oh, since we have no sales tax, they do put a little bit of tax on the gas. All right, Trump dance will blow up with blow up, please. Let's go. There you go. Oh, wait, wrong one. This one's for you guys. There it is. There we go, Trumpy. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Hang tight. Enjoy a song. Jesus. You could be late, you could be true. You could be underneath my shoe. Sometimes you're the only one who's strong. And I'll be devastated if I'm wrong. I am the one you love to hate, but you cannot devastate. It will be interesting, I'm sure. 'Cause I want more. I want more. I'll be right back. I want more from you, yeah, more. I want more from you, yeah, more. tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping. Tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping. I've been here a while, but I won't unpack. I give you my all, but I want it back. Maybe I'm crazy, but I see it in you, you and me. Let's go. It's in the way, yeah. Tell me who could be the once eluded me. Let's go. All right, we're back. We're back. Dude, see, man, I just can't get over. I want to go back to that very first clip, dude. I just can't get over how he like just calls it a war so glibly, you know?
I want to talk about leverage with every passing day.
Dude, this shit, Hegseth. Oh, with every passing day, we have more leverage. Like, really? I don't think so, guys. I think the price of oil, guys, this was literally like just 2 days ago, it was like in the 70s. Now it's in the 90s. And it's just going up and up and up. And like, what is the leverage? The Strait of Hormuz is shut down. You know, Dubai's airport shut down. The Middle East, entire Middle East is thrown into chaos. The whole world, like, you know what I mean? It's like not even just our economy now or a handful of, you know, tariff targeted economies. Like the whole world is getting yacked here, right? The whole world is getting pummeled by this shit. But just watch this, the glibness with which Trump calls it a war.
You want to talk about leverage. With every passing day, we have more and more leverage.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have more and more capabilities. We're hitting them harder and harder, and they have less.
We have more and more leverage because we have more and more capabilities, guys. Right? Every day we have more and more leverage because we have more and more capabilities. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that says nothing. That made no sense, bro. None. All right?
Of an ability to defend themselves. So we're pressing the offensive every single day, creating all the leverage the president needs for the outcoming wars.
So it sounds like you think they're running out of one or both of the drones.
Well, I think when you look, I mean, they're sending in much less drones. They're being decimated now. You know, at some point, I don't think there'll be anybody left, maybe, to say we surrender. They're being decimated, and when you look, also, all of a sudden they apologized to the Middle Eastern states that they shot at them. I was very surprised to see they did that, but you mark that down as a victory for us and for the Middle Eastern states who are really friends of ours. But I guess they're not going to be shooting at them anymore. They apologized, and we'll see what happens. But that's a big loss. That's a surrender right there. I called it a surrender today. When they apologized and said they're not shooting at them anymore, that's really a surrender to those states and to us. Anything else?
Sir, some Iranians are concerned that the Kurds will carve out kind of an autonomous region as they did in Syria and Iraq.
We're not looking to the Kurds going in. We're very friendly with the Kurds, as you know, but we don't want to make the war any more complex than it already is.
We don't want to make the war any more complex than it already is. We don't want to make the war. Dude, these guys, bro. I mean, I'm not feeling any confidence from it, guys. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I feel zero confidence. Zero confidence, right? No confidence whatsoever with coming with these guys. I mean, even if you look at that statement there with Trump, okay, there was Hegseth talking about, oh, this leverage because we have more capabilities. Every day we're hammering them. We have more leverage. Leverage for what? What leverage? I mean, I don't even know what he's talking about. Iran is bombing the shit out of all the neighboring allies, neighboring areas, all the neighboring countries. They're hitting like oil tankers, airports. I mean, dude, they're gutting. They destroyed those radar dishes, those radar centers that are going to take years to come back. Strait of Hormuz has been closed. International supply lines are down. You saw Kuwait made that announcement saying, hey, we're just sort of like not producing anything right now. That was the big fucking Kuwait made that announcement. What was it? Right? It was Jesus. Dude, what is this? A fucking suicide drone hit a high rise? Jesus. That sucks. But yeah, there's the building. High rise buildings getting hit. It's a Social Security building in Kuwait City. Jesus, dude. Right? There is, oil, right? There's oil that has been gutted and is just flowing. Burning oil is flowing all over the city. These dipshits need to learn about the Vietnamese and Iraq wars. Having better weapons and more soldiers doesn't always win wars. No, Josiane, it does not. It does not. Right? And the thing about this, though, you ready? Here's the thing about this, guys, is like, what even is a win? Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the thing that was problematic when you look at something like Vietnam, is what was a win? Like, how would you even define a win? That's the thing here with this skirmish here, this war in Iran. Like, what is a win? Okay, the leaders have been decimated, right? They're gutting the infrastructure. But like, what's a win? Is a win a regime change? Well, there's already been a regime change. Is a win a Trump-approved regime change? Is a win, us taking control of all their oil fields? Is a win, 100,000 people as political prisoners? Like there's no, I mean, in some instances, you invade a country, maybe you define a win as when you take control of the capital city and all the major military outposts. But I don't think they have a definition of what a win even is. So they're like hitting with no ultimate directive of, some defined objective that once achieved means this thing has ended. Like that's the thing. When I see these guys talk and everybody's giving conflicting information, I don't think they even know what defines a win. Like, I think they are flying blind very much. You know what I'm saying? Don't you get that idea? That they're flying blind? Like, even when Trump said, oh yeah, Iran apologized to the neighbors, so we're like taking that as a surrender. Like, oh yeah. I don't think that's a surrender there, boss. I'm not really seeing a surrender there. Dude, they have no like exit strategy, no end game. I don't think they have a like, hey, if A, B, and C like happened, then this thing is officially over. I think they're gonna just keep hammering and like, I don't know what the outcome is. It's pretty scary, actually. It is pretty scary to watch this shit and to know that there's really nobody has any idea when this thing is over. There's no defined notion of what this thing, but let's see the Kuwait announcement, right? So here's what happened earlier today. Ready? Fuel tanks at Kuwait International Airport struck by drones. So that's one thing that they did right off the bat is Iran did. They sent the drones in, and they hit the fuel tanks at the airport. Okay? Fuel storage tanks at Kuwait International Airport hit by drones after they breached Kuwait's airspace. Right? The defense ministry said the attack directly targeted vital infrastructure. Local sources in Kuwait describe ongoing explosions and air raid sirens. And now this has been Iran's goal from the beginning, is to hit those vital points of infrastructure, right? They just want to, they're going to create chaos. They want to disable the war machine as best they can. But there was a statement. Let's see. There was a statement here. Dude, yeah, he didn't take his hat off when they fucking bring the troops. All right, here's what is this? That's a fake account. So this is it. Ready? See, this was the announcement that Kuwait said they're cutting oil production. That essentially, right? That's what they're doing. Is Kuwait, which produces a lot of oil. They're like, we're just cutting production. Okay? That's what it was. That was the announcement I heard. Kuwait Petroleum Corporation began cutting oil output on Saturday and declared force majeure, adding to earlier oil and gas reductions from Iraq and Qatar as the U.S.-Iran war blocked shipments from the Middle East for the 8th consecutive day. Okay? So they basically are like, we're cutting this. And I mean, dude, I can't say I blame them because they're getting targeted from like every side. Dude, it's brutal. Okay? And yeah, they just know that if Iran's targeting their fuel tanks and shit like that, there's no point in them continuing to produce, so that shit will just get blown up. Next thing you know, they'll have giant oil fires all over their cities too. So Kuwait cut oil production, right? And I think the Strait of Hormuz is essentially just shut down. So, dude, it's going to get crazy. It is going to get fucking wild, boss. It is. I mean, because you know what's fucked up about this is how there's like a time lag. Like, I know that oil futures right now are like 91, but I feel like there's a time lag. Like, that is going to exponentially climb. And some of these oil production cuts and these refineries and fuel tankers getting blown up, it's going to hit us in 2 months or something. It's just going to like ravage us. It's going to feel like real sudden, even though it's been building this whole time. Dude, Peter, let's go, baby. Appreciate you, boss. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Nope. All right, good. That's 2023. Dude, that's crazy. That's so bad, guys. That's just so bad, man. That's so bad, dude. Why is Tucker trending? Dude, we got the board of peace, guys. The board of piece of shit, guys. Dude, we about to Fred Flintstone this shit? We are, Dab. Oh, shit. We only got 4 minutes, guys. All right, let's secure this dance party. What do we got? Oh, my God. We need 21 in 4 minutes. Oh, shit. Can we do it? Can we do it? I've not been paying attention to the clock. I'm sitting here dooming. All right, 21 in 4 minutes. We can do this. Dance party incoming. I believe. I'm going to look and see why Tucker is fucking trending. All right? Sent me a $2 before. Let's go, dude. Thank you. Thank you, LMB. Yeah, I see it. There it is. Pine Box now. Let's go. Thank you, LMB. Appreciate you, boss. 343, baby. Dude, let's go. Rolling coal will cost a lot more. Dude, what the fuck, dude? We get Melania on Prime, dude. Oh, my God. March 9th. Get ready, dude. James, let's go, baby. Dude, here it comes. There's not a lot we can do right now, guys. There's war in the Middle East. Tankers are getting blown up. Fuel tanks are getting blown up. Critical infrastructure is getting blown up. But we are going to motherfucking dance. Let's go. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 17 in 3 minutes. We got this. 16. Let's go. Dab. Thank you, sir. Let's go. We're getting it. 16. 16 and 3. 16 and 3. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Dude, Baron Trump better suit up, boss. Oh my God, 245, dude. Here it goes. Stop the stupidity. Let's go. Dude, FDT. Yes, indeed. 14. 14 incoming. 14. Oh, shit. Melania. Dude, I want to see Melania in a matching pine box is what I want to see. Pine box parade. That's what we're going to have, guys. We're going to have the pine box parade. Dance, dance, political punk. Remember how unstable and chaotic everything was under Trump during COVID? Yeah, I mean, we're back. That's what it is like, dude. Pine box now, LMB. Let's go, baby. Dude, Peter, Staz, let's go. Dude, Engreen, we must remember our priorities. We must dance. We must. 2 minutes, dude. Blue Eve, let's go. Let's go. Dude, stop the stupidity. Let's go. Dude, Dab coming in. Herpa-derpa-derpa-derp-a-derp-a-derp. Dude, we can do these. 145, dude. 7 left. 7 and 145. 6 and 145. Let's go. Stop the stupidity. Oh, 1 Trumpy to keep us going. Fuck you, Trumpy. Oh, I'm a shitter. Dude, let's go, dude. Whoop, shit, wrong camera. Dude, WTF, let's go, baby. Let's go, WTF. The big banger, thank you, boss. 118. Oh, shit. Down to the wire. ICE instead of our troops, send them. Dude, we should send ICE. Dude, they think they're tough guys. Let's get them out there. 3 in 1 minute. Here comes MJ, let's go. Stop the stupidity. Let's go. Dude, I like that idea, actually, Pinky, of sending ICE. Dude, fuck them. Let's send them. Just do it. Dude, let's go. Dude, F the entire Trump regime. Josie Ann, you're not wrong. Dude, stuck on a plane singing You're Radiant. Let's go, Paula. Blast that shit out loud. Dude, let's go, Peter. Let's go, baby. We love to see it. Dude, stop the stupidity. Let's go, dude. Mew Mew. Let's go, Mew Mew, bringing it home big. Let's go. Thank you, boss. Dude, Jana, let's go. Dude, we made it. Looks like we made it. Dude, Pinky, no damn war. No war. I agree. No damn war, dude. Fuck that shit. Jesus. Dude, Shelly has an opinion. Yes, Shelly, you do. Thank you. Let's go, Shelly. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, shit. Dude, yeah, I mean, guys, I remember, here's what I remember about the pandemic. And because it was a weird time, okay? Because this thing hit And at the time I was streaming, so I was working from home. And so I was a little bit insulated during the pandemic because I was building this stream thing. And so I was like super occupied. Dude, Peter Stats is a punk. Let's go, Lynn's videos. Let's go. But what I remember is the stages that Trump went through, where in the beginning, he came out there and he was like overconfident. Okay, that was his first thing. It's going to warm up. By summer, it'll be gone. In 2 weeks, this thing will be out of here. There's hardly any cases. By April, there won't be any cases. He was very overconfident. Then after the overconfidence, he started getting rattled. Okay, he started getting rattled. And then he started sort of riffing about like, you know, just, I don't know, pulling shit out of thin air about things you could do. Shine a light in the body. You know, maybe there's some bleaching or there could be some other things we can do, right? You know, we'll figure this thing out. He's just grabbing random shit, but he was clearly rattled. You could see he had no answers. Then he started getting defensive. Then he started getting like, you know, feeling like he was attacked and feeling like, you know, you could tell that he didn't have any answers. He didn't know what to do. And then the people asking questions for like comfort or to be reassured or to get some sense of like, it's going to be okay. He had nothing to offer because he just didn't know how to react to this thing. He did not, it was out of his hands and he didn't know how to like manage the crisis. And then he became aggressive. Okay. Then after that, he became aggressive. Just anyone who asked him a question, he would like jump down their throat. And he was up there just literally arguing with people and having fights. And yes, his job was to sort of like give us general information that keeps us in the loop of what's going on. And then to reassure people and to offer like a sense of hope and a sense of like calm and the fact that like, you know, you can rely on him. He's going to take care of you. You guys, we're taking care of it. It's going to be okay. But man, he had none of that. Okay. He had none of it. Once he didn't know what to do and it spiraled, next thing you know, he was just fighting. He was literally just standing at the podium having like temper tantrums on people. Right? Dude, it was pretty crazy. And I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm seeing right now, we're seeing a lot of the overconfidence, right? The overconfidence is sort of that first step where he's like, dude, they're almost dead. They're almost gone. They're basically done for, right? He's like, all their ships are gone. All their Air Force is gone. They can't really hit anything. Their targeting sucks. They're like, you know, right? It's basically over, right? We're taking this as a surrender already. But that's like, I don't know, man. I've seen that overconfidence. Like, what's he going to be like a month from now, right? When that's worn out its welcome. Jesus, dude. It's not inspiring confidence. Dude, Trump is attacking Tucker Carlson, saying Tucker has lost his way. I knew that a long time ago, and he's not MAGA. MAGA is saving our country. MAGA is making our country great again. MAGA is America first. Ugh. Dude, come on. I mean, dude, I'll let you say a lot of shit about MAGA, but there's no fucking way you can say MAGA is America first, dude. Give me a fucking break. And Tucker is none of those things. And Tucker is really not smart enough to understand that. Dude, that's funny. Watching Trump tell anybody that they're not smart is pretty wild, boss. Okay? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, dude, Laura Loomer is a definite jump scare. Did that make you choke? It does, huh? Ooh, look at that image, bro. That image is messed up. You got that little Netanyahu Trump half and half. Dude, that shit is messed up. Wait, dude. Is this the guy from fucking 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀 podcast? Is that Sager guy? Yeah, this is the guy from 𝗙cie𝗶𝗃 show, right? From Breaking Points? Oh shit, dude. Oh my God, let's see what these goons have to say, dude. Oh my God.
So as I said, I flipped to DC 3 times in the last month to try to convince Trump not to do this. It didn't work. It happens. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, boy, this is not going to get better. So then I think I'll fly up again and ask him. I mean, I don't know if anyone else is doing it, so I'm going to try to just declare victory and go home. Like, you killed an 86-year-old cleric. Let's just call that a win and then pull back. And so then, meantime, he got convinced to denounce me. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to fly up anyway and see him, right? Even though he's like denouncing me. So I call over there to see, call someone who knows him to see. I said, I'm just going to fly up anyway and tell him this because I think it's so important. And the person says, don't bother, because he's being shown polling that this war is like a 90-10 win for him. And I said, I don't know where that polling is coming from. It's like, I guess you could make any kind of poll, and he's watching Fox News, which is telling him the same thing, and he's getting fake polling. I guess they're only polling Sean Hannity's viewers or something. And so I'm not sure that there's a sense, as if this was yesterday, because I was getting so agitated and worried. I don't think that there's a sense that this is unpopular. Like, I think there's an information vacuum here.
There's a massive information vacuum. And, for the president and the administration who declared victory based on internet and vibes and podcasts, let's take a survey, shall we, of every podcast that he appeared on. And how do they feel about the Iran conflict? You can look very clearly for yourself. You can look at a lot of the polling of that same demographic, which they were very excited about, young men in particular. How are they feeling about this conflict? And, if you were saying 90-10, it's not even true in the Republican sense. I mean, the latest one that I saw was like 72% Republicans, which, by the way, Mr. President and everybody in the administration, Bush had 93 for Iraq. And how did that turn out for him? So let's not put all of our eggs in the basket of just because Republican voters are here, that this is all going to be like sunshine and roses.
Yeah, so here's the deal with this. First off, what a world of MAGA where Tucker's like, yeah, he's denouncing me, but I'm flying to Washington anyway, while he's in the middle of denouncing me to go try and talk to him about this. So they're showing him polling. Oh, this is great for you. Everybody's loving you. Everybody's loving this war. 90-10. Dude, there's no way. I mean, we saw some people on Twitter claiming like 86% of MAGA loves this shit. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, right now, I will say this. There is a large contingent of MAGA that are operating in trust him mode, where they're not outright calling for the end of this thing, and they're just sort of like, whatever Trump thinks is best. Okay, yeah, we're going to be in and out. And so there is a chunk of MAGA that is like headstrong, like we trust Trump, right? But I think that's going to die like real fast. I think every day, especially since Trump has done the same thing he did in his campaign. Remember his campaign where he just made all these crazy promises and then they all fell through. I think right now, you know, he's making these crazy promises. Oh, they're already decimated. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone any day now, right? And so people are kind of like, okay, like any day now, this thing's going to be over. It's not a war. It's just a skirmish. American dominance. We're in there hammering, and then it's going to be over. But 4 weeks from now, when it has been $40 billion and gas is like $7 a gallon, and right, there's going to be a rapid fall off, okay? Whatever people do support him, it's going to be one of those things where when it does go south, it's going to go to like, it's going to look like the Melania coin, dude. Have you seen the Melania coin? You ready, guys? Here, look at this. It's going to look like that, dude. Right? Let's go to the Lifetime, dude. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to do this, guys. Right? It's going to be one day it's up here. Right? One day it's up here. And then the next day, dude, it is like the fucking Hawk Tua. Dude, it is like her movie, bro. From like $7 million to that first weekend, to how much did it take in the second weekend? $50. Right? Oh, shit. You took $7 million that first weekend, and how much the second weekend? $50. Yes, be best. Oh, man, dude. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, dude. When the fall off happens, it's going to be massive, okay? It is going to be a massive, there it is. There it is, dude. Melania, that is Melania Trump in one graphic. Dude, that, I mean, I hate to say this, guys. That's like the entire Trump experience in one graphic. Right? Oh, shit, dude. Brutal. Brutal, guys. Yeah, I really think it's going to crash fast. You know, whatever. I mean, even if they're saying now they have 72% Republican support, my prediction is 2 weeks from now, that's going to be like 50. And like a week later, it will be like 20, right? It's going to like drop like fast. It is just going to be like an elevator without a cable, dude. When that shit drops out. Oh, there's our guy right there, dude. Go Raiders. Dude, we better have a football season. Dude, man, no missiles better hit Allegiant Stadium, boss. Or I'm going to be pissed. Dude, blame Biden? Dude, give me a fucking break, dude. Biden did ingenious with the oil reserves, dude. Biden was amazing. He sold a bunch of oil off at a profit and bought it back cheaper, right? Like, let's see if we can find an Iran poll here. Okay, you ready? So this is right here. And again, look at this. It says Americans are more likely to approve a short intervention. Okay? And here's what we got. If military action against Iran, if it would last days or weeks, 76 to 24. Look at this. When it gets to months, it's already in the negative. 54 are like, nope. And then years, Now we're at 87% that are like, nope. Right? And that's the clincher, guys. That's the downfall. And we know this. We know this with Trump. He's an overpromiser. Okay? His hubris, there is nothing that is destructive like his hubris. And so that overconfidence does not bode well. Dude, Peter, let's go. Tucker is a douche. Dude, Tucker is a douche. A serious douche. So, yeah, what does this say? 90% of MAGA supports Trump's Operation Epic Fury. Yeah, I'm not really buying that, dude. I think, you know, a bunch of people are like figuring if it's over next week, we're going to be cool with this. We said no wars. This isn't a war yet. It's just been like a couple days. So we're done next week. Iran's decimated. Everybody goes home, right? We whack up the spoils. But I'm telling you, a month from now, those numbers are going to crater. They're going to crater so fast. Oh, look at this, dude. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at this poll, guys. Whether or not you agree, what do you think the Trump admin's goals in Iran are? And like, nobody even knows, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody even, there's not even one goal, okay? People are just sort of like, oh, yeah, nuclear weapons, sure. Oh, yeah, regime change, terrorism, prevent their missile systems. Dude, help the Iranian people. Dude, look at how help the Iranian people. Nobody even believes that, dude. Nobody believes it has anything to do. I love how help the Iranian people is like the lowest number, dude. Gain political advantage in the U.S. I think that's a big one. Yeah, Epstein. They should have asked Epstein, bro. That's funny. I mean, it's not because it's like super fucking scary. But look at this shit. Oh, dude, no, that's in June. All right, I was like, dude, if he's posting that now, he's crazy, bro. Oh, this doesn't bode well. Who should decide the future leadership of Iran? Dude, U.S. government, 8%. Oh, my God. Turn us all away from Epstein. Dude, we're not turning away from Epstein, boss. Epstein is here to stay, baby. Dude, it is. We're going to do an Epstein reduct in a minute, all right? I'm going to go fucking drop the Trumps off at the pool real quick. All right, I'm having my nightly I got to go take a Trump, a real fast one. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do a little hog watch. And then we're going to do a little Epstein. Right? If there's any other pertinent links we need to see about the war, you can go ahead and put them in the Discord. I mean, I feel like we've definitely covered a little bit for tonight. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, that's my prediction, and we'll see if it comes true. But my prediction is that it's going to be like parabolic, the way this thing goes south, which means, you know, if they go days or a couple of weeks, people are going to hang in there and they're going to offer a tepid support. Like, yeah, we're supporting, but then it's going to go from like a high percentage to an extraordinarily low percentage, like very fast. Okay. Very, very fast. The drop off is going to be insanely fast because I feel like all of the bad shit is going to hit us like really hard, guys. Like right now, when we think about it, this is like as good as it gets, okay? We're hearing about radars being smashed, and we're seeing images of Tehran being on fire, and we're hearing about oil infrastructure and fuel tanks being blown up. and Kuwait has stopped oil production, and the Strait of Hormuz is closed. But we haven't felt the impacts of that. Like, we're going to be a ways downstream when all of that Piper paying comes due. Like, right now, we've heard, oh, shit, all this bad shit has happened. But, like, hey, man, I'm still all right. You know, gas is a little more expensive. But, like, dude, it is like it's going to show up where we're going to wake up one day and, like, all the Pipers are going to be standing there going, yo, dude. You don't believe the U.S. will have a presence in the Middle East after this? I'm not sure they will either. Yeah, it's gonna be like an exponential, you know, arrival of consequences. And here's the problem though too, is the problem is when it happens that way, where everything sort of lands in your lap in an exponential and sort of like accelerationist fashion, there's no time to like implement any sort of like, you know, quantifiable, right? You don't have time to then institute changes that have a quantifiable impact, right? It's like once you experience like a rapid onset of many, many consequences, by then, there's really nothing you can do. It's like you're just in it. And then it's like, oh, fuck, bro. So what do we buy now? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not buying shit, dude. Right? I'm like, oh. I'm kind of like, I think I'm staying liquid. I'm gonna stay liquid through this, guys. You know, because I guess the risk of like buying shit is if it all crashes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, if you buy a bunch of crypto and if it drops 90%, you just lost all your shit, dude. Dude, I'm gonna stay liquid through this. Right? Buy gold? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not buying shit. Ugh. Oh, you mean like coffee beans and food? Oh, okay. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to buy. Dude, yeah. Prepare bug out bags. Dude. Seeds, ammo. Yeah, I don't know. Buy beans and rice. I mean, I think our food supply is going to be fine, guys. Okay? I think our food supply should be okay. You know what I mean? I think it should be. I mean, we definitely, you know, we have some stored oil, right? Which I know that they don't want to necessarily use that. I mean, I drive a hybrid, and I hardly drive, so I'm not really like consuming large quantities of any of this shit. And fortunately, winter's almost over. So our natural gas usage is going to be way down, which is good, right? You know, I mean, at least we're coming into summer. I'll say that like that's the one thing that I think is slightly beneficial is we are coming into summer, which means, you know, certain, you know, like shit that comes out of the ground is going to be less used, right? But dude, I mean, we got the Olympics coming up? The World Cup, like this is going to be a disaster, bro. What is even going on with the fucking World Cup, guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that like going to take place, right? The World Cup, like, are people going to be traveling internationally? I mean, a lot of people were going to be coming from Europe and the Middle East. There's no fucking way, dude. And they've already been talking about this shit, you know, like lasting maybe until September. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. All right. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I got to go drop Trump off at the pool, dude. I'll be right back. Dude, the fucking, where's the board of peace, right? Where's the board of peace?
Some days it just feels like this will never be enough. Most days it just feels like a struggle to catch up. And I won't mind the day I find what a peace of mind you are. 'Cause life is a wonderful time to walk away, trade my sunshine in for rain. Same old ways in a different place, but something's changing. I wanted answers and direction. What I got was second guessing, hesitation, no sensation, just more questions. Nothing to blame for being stuck inside this frame of mind. If I can find my way, who I am, what I want, where I'm going, where I was, it's not up to you. I wish there was something you could do, but you're not me, so you can be my answers, because you're all I've got. And you're all I want. Some days it just feels like this will never be enough. Most days it just feels like I've struggled to catch up. But I won't mind the day I find what a peace of mind you are. 'Cause life is a wonderful mess. You're all I've got. You're all I want. You're all I've got. You're all I want. hope I'm okay. You're alright, goodbye then if you dare. Someone new is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let the nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in panic. After you, I'm afraid of feeling some too soon. Cling to what you're giving. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, I'm voting Asteroid 2028, dude. That's what I'm voting for. I don't know about you. Voting Asteroid. Oh, shit. A lot of chaos, guys. All right. So, you ready for something comedy? You ready for a little MAGA hogwatch? But this is not really MAGA. This isn't really a MAGA hogwatch as much as it's a comedy bit from a woman about MAGA men that I think is pretty funny, that really like taps into what's going on with the war. It's pretty crazy. It's this. I don't know if you've seen this woman, but oh my God. This woman, like her acting is actually like really spot on. Okay? Dude, this shit is incredible. All right, you ready? Dude, this is so good. But she's a woman basically like talking to her MAGA husband about like what's going on with Trump and everything right now. Like a check-in. All right. Solid. This is a solid piece of entertainment. You ready? All right, here we go.
Oh, hey, babe. You just get out of the shower? Did you clean your crack like I asked you to? It's not gay. It's not gay. I'm having a real hard time getting the stains out of your underwear. So I'd really appreciate it if you could just, yeah, okay, maybe next time. Okay. So anyway, remember when he said no new wars and we were like, fuck yeah, peace president, because we know that Kamala would have 100% gotten us into World War III. But it seems like this might be a new war. So what are our thoughts on that? Oh, we support it now. We're okay. No, I'm good with that. Like, fuck yeah, more war. That's awesome. Like, kind of like how like we voted for him so that things would be more affordable, but we're like fucking broke now. No, I support that too, because who needs feminine products? Am I right? Shit. And kind of like we voted for him because he said that he was going to release the files, and like, I mean, he did, but he was all the fuck over them. But no, he didn't do anything wrong. You're right. He was, because he was probably fucking saving them. No, you're right. But like everyone else who's in there, like nobody's gonna face accountability, which, yep, we're cool with that. I was just making sure that we're cool with all of that. Okay, so World War III. Fuck yeah.
Dude, isn't that funny? Oh my God. She's like, yeah, remember the war? Oh, we're into the war now? That's right. Fuck yeah, dude. More war. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, that is funny. Oh, man. Dude, we haven't done a proper fucking hogwatch in a while, dude. Let's look at some actual hogs, shall we? We're going to get in here and do some actual hogs. All right?
Of
course, by a 2025 lens, Obama was not a...
So let me get this straight. We have a dementia patient running our country who is currently going through a temper tantrum because he is going to lose the midterms and be out of power, which means he will be sent to prison. So his temper tantrum...
We have some very serious news. This is
Dude, yeah, that fucking, the oil refinery bomb.
A dominatrix taught me this.
That shit is
If you want
no
something
good.
from a man, you should ask for it.
The problem with you stupid fucking MAGA idiots is that you've been lied to so long you don't even know who actually fucked this country up. You've been convinced that Democrats cause homelessness, mass incarceration, job loss, and urban decay when almost every single one of those disasters was engineered under Republican administrations. Hey, I remember Reagan. Some of us actually fucking remember. Reagan slashed mental health funding and dumped people onto the streets. That's where modern homelessness exploded. Not Democrats, Reagan. Then he gutted unions, crushed wages, and told corporations to do whatever the fuck they wanted. That's why one income used to support a family and now two jobs won't even cover fucking rent. Mass incarceration? That wasn't some woke college project. That was a Republican law and order obsession. Mandatory minimums, 3 strikes laws. The fucking drug war, Reagan started it, Bush expanded it, and Republicans cheered while prisons filled up with poor people and minorities. And don't you dare pretend you care about crime when your solution has always been the same. Lock them up, throw away the key, and pretend poverty has nothing to do with it. Jobs shipped overseas, Republicans wrote those trade deals. Reagan, Bush, Trump continued it. They sold American labor to corporations and then blamed immigrants when your town collapsed. And now you want to point out Democrats and say, look what they did. No, motherfucker, look what you did. Look at the policies that you voted for. Look at the people you worship. You broke the system, looted it, and then screamed socialism when someone tried to clean up the fucking mess. That's MAGA politics in a fucking nutshell. Burn the house down, blame someone else, and wave the flag while it smolders.
Dude, this guy's hilarious, bro. Dude, Shelly, let's go. Dude, this guy is funny, bro. Dude, he is. He's looking, I don't know, something about the tweed jacket. He's looking like a street preacher, right? But he's out there just calling that shit out.
Sell me this pen. If you want your new followers to have... I'm just sitting here reading about how we have proof now that these 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs that the U.S. manufactured and gave to Israel and then Israel dropped on the people of Gaza are now confirmed to have completely evaporated thousands of people. The initial...
Dude, Gaza is like never going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you think about it, that is like, it's like weird. I mean, it's weird to think about how I feel like it's a little bit like the World Trade Centers where there's going to be a world before the Gaza leveling, and then there's going to be the world after it. And right where's like, it's just gone. It is like forever gone. It is, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's weird how it's just, there's no going back, right?
And that's why I like Lone Star. I can feel the leftist...
Dark predictions for the internet in March and April 2020.
Dude, those fucking eyeglasses
I've been called a bitch.
are some dark predictions.
All right, I'm 99% sure that even Fox News host Laura Ingraham is beginning to realize in this clip that Stephen Miller is actually a radical, rabid extremist. He is pissed off that the Supreme Court made a decision that taxing the American people lies in Congress and solely with Congress. That Donald Trump cannot
it's about the tariffs.
Oh man, Trump owned the libs. They're all crying ever since he took out that the supreme leader. All right, settle down, Jim Bob. No one on the left ever gave a shit about Khomeini. We just paid close enough attention in history class and over the last 25 years to know what happens next. If anyone on the right is claiming that the left is mourning Khomeini, it's because they're trying to build a straw man, and I can tell you exactly why they need one. Because we've been here before. Now, getting rid of a leader is the easy part. What happens next tends to follow one of two paths. To understand the first path, look no further than Harry Truman and the Marshall Plan. Harry Truman was a Democrat, and under his plan, the United States spent about $150 billion after adjusting for inflation, spread out across the better part of a decade to build a new post-World War II world. A world from which two of our strongest allies in Japan and Germany grew, and a world that was guided by NATO and the United Nations, two organizations that came online under Truman that isolated the Soviet Union for more than 30 years, ultimately serving them up on a silver platter for Reagan. The Marshall Plan was successful for a couple of key reasons. First, the opposition in Germany and Japan was completely eviscerated.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird to hear about history now when he's talking about like the Soviet Union. Like that was such a huge part of my upbringing, was this constant fear of the Soviet Union, right? It was like everything we did in America was like, ooh, the Soviet Union, the Soviet Union, the Soviet Union. It was like every day, man. Every day. Dude, let's go. Stop stupidity. It was this crazy shit where every day was like, you know, I mean, I can't even think of the number of wasted expenditures of money or excess militarization or expanded military budget that all got attributed to this threat, this ever-present threat of the Soviet Union, to the point of where, you know, movies like Red Dawn are getting made and shit like that. We were just reveling in it. And in the end, dude, it was nothing. Dude, it was nothing. It got fractured. It became Russia and a bunch of other countries, right? Remember, there was like War Games. There was Red Dawn. I feel like there were like 50 movies that were about that shit.
I have said this before, Chad. I don't believe in pedophiles. Those people are terrible. They're creeps. Whatever they did to those.
I don't believe in pedophiles.
To the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and the President of the United States, Donald Trump. In particularly the first two, though, explicitly. The third one, Donald Trump, a little more implicitly, but that's being nice. It was pretty much explicit. Saying this week that the reason the United States attacked Iran is because Israel had told them, we are going in first to attack, fuck you, we're doing it, which was going to put a bullseye on United States bases and therefore our troops and our assets, and the United States therefore felt forced to attack.
I mean, this guy's not wrong. That was the first, like, that was the first reason given, was definitely about well, Israel was doing it. I mean, dude, obviously they didn't put a lot of thought into this. I'm like, dude, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated about the war shit. I am, dude. What woman's nuts? Dude, this woman?
I have said this before, Chad.
Dude, look at her, dude. I mean, this woman is nuts. Dude, this woman's beyond nuts, bro. Jesus. Dude, this woman eats nuts for breakfast.
Your marketing agency.
Can you take out your driver's license? Mr. Scott has his out. If you took yours out, I'm looking at mine. What we're talking about here is, I
just come through and say, yes, I'm a citizen. Julie! Oh no, can I call you back?
If you want to survive the next 2 decades, 20 years, there's a couple things that you're going to have to do. And I'm going to try to keep this brief, but hear me out. The first thing that you're going to have to do is...
Moving a family.
I was recently asked on...
Breaking news. This is Tel Aviv today after a barrage of missiles from Iran came through last night. The attacks continue today with fewer missiles, but many more drones that America and Israel cannot stop.
Dude, look at that shit,
this
bro.
This is Tel Aviv today.
What the fuck,
after a barrage
dude?
of missiles from Iran came through last night. The attacks continue today with fewer missiles, but many more drones that America and Israel cannot stop. Today, Iran launched a new generation missile, and Iranian missiles and drones.
Dude, Jesus.
Holy shit, get ready for this one.
I
Because
love
if
this
you've ever heard
guy.
somebody say immigrants are a drain on the system.
Dude, this guy's
Are they
funny.
allowed to...
Dude, how you feel? Your boys on the hill.
Where does your concern for the Palestinians and this issue come from?
Okay, so when you live in Oklahoma, it's very white, at least where I live. There is a black part of town. It's still very segregated. You don't really know what's going on in the Middle East, and I don't mean for this to sound dismissive, but you don't care either. there's a tiny,
That's
tiny.
pretty much all of middle America. Dude, it's true. If you go to all of middle America outside of the major cities, and for the most part, nobody gives a shit. They might watch a little bit on the news, like the network news, and see, oh, whatever. They'll get some vibes. Oh, there's a war. They don't fucking care. They don't pay attention to shit. They don't give a shit. They'll start caring when they go to fill up gas and it's like $5 a gallon. Then they're gonna be like, God damn, bro, the fuck is going on, right? Yes, that's when they will start caring. But by then, dude, this shit is already, in the tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already fucked when it gets to that point. That's the downside to a lack of awareness, is by the time you actually start caring, it's too late. It's too late to do anything except just smooch your ass goodbye.
Tiny Jewish community. There's no Muslims at all. Zero Muslim population. So I fell prey to probably some ambient Islamophobia, also having a default setting of not liking religion. So when it was told to me that Israel's a democracy and they're our ally, I was like, okay, yeah, that's great. We need to fight for abortion in Oklahoma. We need to fight for abortion rights. I was fighting more immediate civil rights in these horrible red states. And so when we went to the DNC, which was so cool.
I used to have a girlfriend in Oklahoma City, and dude, Oklahoma City's pretty cool, actually. I mean, Oklahoma, the state, is kind of a shithole, but Oklahoma City is pretty fucking cool. It's like, there's something about Norman and OKC it's like Tornado Alley. Everybody who lives there is like pretty chill. Like, you find the people that aren't MAGA shitheads. I mean, there was no MAGA when I was hanging down there. It was like 20 years ago, right? But it was still the sort of the right wing sort of shit kicker land. But once you got outside of them, the city was actually pretty cool.
For us to get invited to the DNC, we went every day. And I was so focused on helping Kamala get elected. I would walk in and there were all these peaceful protesters, Palestine. I would walk out. And I'm a little bit ashamed to admit this to you, but I think atonement and purging is a therapeutic thing. I was irritated by them. I thought they are going to f this up for us.
The uncommitted movement.
Yes.
And the Palestinian protests.
And why aren't they doing this at, the RNC and blah, blah. But I just thought everybody's going to pull together and vote for Kamala. There's no way he can win. Well, after she lost, I was like, your mother taught you to be curious. You need to dive into this thing. My husband always said, I don't know what's going on in Israel and Palestine, but I just know every fucking politician I hate supports Israel. Ted Cruz. That's the way. He's a criminal defense lawyer.
That's actually a pretty good way of judging an issue.
Lindsey Graham. He goes, I just know that.
Do you want to be on the same side as Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham?
So that was his take on it. So I really started researching about it. Like, how did Israel become a country? I didn't fucking know. I didn't care. And I know that's terrible to say, but when you live in a red state, you're so focused on domestic politics.
As critical as I'm of red states, this is not a red state issue. This is an America-wide issue. There are people in blue states who have no clue about what's happening in Palestine.
Right.
Yeah. Clear about that.
So I started reading all about it. And then when you see what happens, I have some friends in one girl that I play with, tennis with in Oklahoma City, and she is Palestinian. And I said to her one day after a tennis match, I said, hey, Ines, where are you from? She goes, oh, I'm from Palestine originally. And I just put my hand on her shoulder. And I said, I'm so sorry for what's happening to your country.
Dude, see, you know what I don't get? I don't understand why does she stay in Oklahoma? Like, she has enough money to move. She could get out of that state. Like, why does she stay there? I don't know. Did she move? Good. Because I don't know how you would there's no way. There's just no way I could live there. She's in New York. All right, good. Dude, because I'm like, I thought she was still living there, dude. I'm like, there's no fucking way, bro. You need to get out, boss. Out.
And she started crying. And she said, you're the only person in this entire state that has acknowledged what's happening to my homeland. She goes, and I never cry. And so
you can't move. Yeah, see, if you can't move, I get it though. I get it if you can, but she can fucking move.
I thought, you know, this is pretty up. So I read and read and read.
Dude,
you want to piss off a liberal? Ask them why every other country's tariffs on us are good, but when we raise our tariffs to match the ones they have on us, that's somehow bad. Watch their fucking heads explode as they try to come up with a reason.
Man, I would have never guessed that someone named Bubba Trump would completely miss.
Bubba Trump.
All I can say is thanks for the heads up. Like, I knew I was going to hear some really ignorant shit as soon as I saw that name.
Dude,
okay,
Jesus.
Bubba, we didn't match the tariffs. We made them much bigger.
The way he's talking, we made them much bigger. We didn't match the tariffs.
Show me a single fucking clip in the past.
A lot of these cartel operators
Destiny,
are actually
motherfucker.
Did you get your $2,000 dose check?
The Ellen DeGeneres show was a ritual for celebrities, and the celebrities didn't know that it was a ritual until it happened to them.
I will never forgive those of y'all that were begging for bombs in Iran. We'll never forgive those of you that danced in the face of bombs. I will never forgive those of you that went on national TV and mass media and said that the elementary school that murdered 160 plus little elementary school kids was an Iranian misfire, and you reported it completely wrong, and you ran propaganda for American wars.
Dude, the school shit is crazy. Oh, here's an old 𝗪𝗪 clip. Kyle Kolinsky says it's best. Says it best. The U.S. and Israel are creating the Fourth Reich. Fuck Trump, fuck ICE. Resist. Let's go, Curious George. Good to see you again, brother.
You have made a lot of money personally, and you've enriched a lot of corporations with advertising by getting on here and spewing lies and conspiracy theories to folks who trust you. And so what I'm asking you to do is to...
Dude, look at 𝗙𝗍𝗃. Look at this guy. Isn't this guy smarmy? Like, look at him with the fucking tanning bed. He's like, he looks like he's got fangs. Like, look at his fucking canines, bro. Right? He's like, dead. He is so, and he's got such cheesy fucking Brill cream hair. You know, he's a grapist. All right, let's watch this again from the beginning.
Right now that Donald Trump,
dude, he's like got that awkward, uncomfortable laugh.
Personally, and you've enriched a lot of corporations with advertising by getting on here and spewing lies and conspiracy theories to folks who trust you. And so what I'm asking you to do is to tell your voters right now that Donald Trump lost the election in 2020.
At least you've resolved the lie that is Democrats are now for voter ID. It's not your show, sir, but at least you resolved the idea that Democrats are not for voter ID.
In 2020?
Real quick.
Can you answer the question? Did Donald Trump lose the election in 2020?
I'm answering questions. Don't really feel any obligation to answer anything
an uncomfortable question for you?
No.
Dude, can you answer the question? Did you hear the question? Did Donald Trump lose in 2020? Can you answer the question? And he's like, dude, he is so beat, guys. Be best.
You need to have something very wrong with you in order to become a billionaire. Because most of us, if we got $5 or $10 million, we quit our jobs, we chill out.
Dude, can I just say something about 𝗪𝗪, guys? Because I did post about this earlier today. And I think this is accurate, guys. There's one thing about 𝗪𝗪's campaign that I'm really excited about. And it's this, guys, okay? It's the fact that MAGA has been attacking 𝗪𝗪 on, like, the culture war, okay? They have gone back to, like, 2020, 2019, to, like, all of his tweets. And it's, like, LGBTQ issues, abortion, the comments about God being non-binary, about Black Lives Matter, like every single thing they have dug up, support for trans people, is culture war. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing how he spins this. Right? Because one of two things is going to happen, guys. Either A, they're going to like get traction on that and they're going to burn him to the ground and he's going to fall apart. Or B, he is going to craft talking points, right? That counter that stuff. He is going to deftly sidestep their culture war shit. And guys, I'm really excited about this because it has the potential to be a roadmap, because this is what Republicans have done, okay? For the last, 4 or 5 years, the culture war, the men and women's sports, blah, blah, blah. It's been their whole game, okay? And we saw Abigail Spanberger. She did a pretty good job of like dodging this shit with 𝗙𝗄𝗎𝗪, right? But I feel like Tallarico's campaign is poised in a unique position. It's a really big campaign in this big state, national stage. And I really think this is an opportunity for him and his campaign strategists to provide a roadmap of how to run against the Republican culture war in a way that neutralizes it. Because guys, if they lose, if the fear of like woke gets taken away, Republicans are completely fucked. That has literally been the only thing they have had that has been like their fear-mongering thing. If they can neutralize that culture war shit, it will just be like a set of dominoes that fucking kick the Republican Party right to the curb, dude. I mean, I'm really excited to see, because so far his campaign has been pretty good at like, they've been pretty good at mouthpiecing. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm really excited to see what they do here. It could be a big moment, dude, because this shit is some bullshit, dude. Their culture war shit, it's like the same 3 arguments, just recycled.
That is all it took. 83 seconds for Attorney General Pam Bondi to sit in complete silence after Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett held up an email with Bondi's own signature at the bottom. Not a complicated email, not a classified document, a simple settlement authorization for $2.3 million that moved through the Department of Justice 3 weeks after Bondi took office.
Oh, Jesus.
Watch what happens when Crockett reads that email out loud. Watch Bondi's face. Watch her lawyers scramble. And watch 83 seconds of silence that just destroyed her credibility. You need to see this until the very end, because what Crockett uncovered is not just about money. It is about who that money protected and why Bondi swore under oath she knew nothing about it. If you are new to this channel, subscribe right now and turn on notifications.
Dude, what is this shit? I mean, is this real or is this AI? Dude, it sounds like AI, doesn't it? Right? It sounded like AI, didn't it? Because I've not heard anything about that, dude. Yeah. Dude, it is so bad. The AI videos. I'm telling you guys. Yeah, that's all bullshit. I'm telling you, this shit is, I mean, we knew like, oh, ha, ha, like whatever, fucking bullshit. But one of the things, like, there's this thing YouTube does where every week YouTube will send me in some of my tabs in the YouTube studio. It sends you like a thing called breakout videos and another thing that is like popular videos. MLV, let's go. But so what it is, guys, is YouTube ostensibly shows you like 10 thumbnails and titles of videos that either blew up in the last couple of weeks or that are currently gaining traction. And presumably it does this to show you the type of content right around that moment that is doing really well, that's getting a lot of views, right? And in the last year, whenever YouTube shows me like the breakout videos or the videos that are performing at a high level, like 80% of them are AI slop. 80% are just some like shitty thumbnail, some random fucking title, and then it's a bunch of still photos that just sort of like zoom in and swipe off the screen. And then there's an AI voice telling a story that often isn't even true, okay? That isn't even, it's not even accurate. It just has some disclaimer in the beginning that says, oh, this is just for entertainment purposes only. But it's all shit, dude. And yet people are still in the comments discussing it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, what are we doing? We should all be boycotting this shit.
I know what I look like.
What you trying to do?
Would you ever have Donald Trump on your show?
No.
What if he asked you?
No.
What about Melania? Would you have her on your show?
Melania? What to talk about what? She can barely speak English.
What do you think about her as the first lady?
Exactly what I think about him as the first man. Nothing. I don't respect either one of those people.
Would you ever...
But when you're winning...
Dude, it's weird. We're not really getting a lot of MAGA. Like, dude, during the election, I was scrolling around on TikTok and all we got was MAGA.
Your TikTok videos are still stuck at...
Dude, we're hard pressed. We're not even getting a lot of MAGA, dude. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck is this, bro? Dude, look at this AI slop. Oh my God, dude. What are we watching, bro? Dude, this is gonna go nowhere good, guys. Nowhere good, boss. Dude, it's The Game. It's right. You saw the movie The Game when they walk in and it's
There's a way to stalk your prospects every single move by centralizing every meeting, every email.
3 months ago, NVIDIA paid $20 billion for its biggest competitor in AI inference. It called it a licensing agreement so regulators wouldn't notice. Very smooth, Jensen. Now, Jensen Huang is saying that he'll reveal a chip that will surprise the world on March 16th. Very Wonka factory.
Dude, I think, dude, we should take the NVIDIA chip and shove it right up their fucking ass.
We're gonna move back to you. I bet we are. Yes, of course, because you're here to testify. That's what the whole point of this endeavor is. But we're gonna move back to you. I bet we are. Yeah.
Dude, Pam Bondi is so nasty. All right, here we go. A little bit.
So the closure of the Strait of Hormuz is going to be over pretty soon. I'm predicting by the third week. And the reason I'm predicting by the third week is because every simulation, every model, every time this has been run out and researched and because one thing people may not realize is that energy analysts and experts, naval strategists, military people, what's happening?
Iran is trying to deplete the missile interceptor systems of Israel and the United States, and it's working. Iran has thousands and thousands of missiles, and they're sending all of their cheapest, worst missiles first. Their idea is that eventually the Iron Dome will run out of interceptors, and the U.S. aircraft carriers will run out of interceptors. And it's true, interceptor missiles are extremely expensive. The ones that Iran's launching are extremely cheap. So,
what up? Tommy, on a lighter note, what is it about Courtney Love, dude? I won't shit on her, just curious. Also, the AI slop is so fucking crazy. Yes, it is. What do you mean? What is it about Courtney Love? What about her? But is something going on with her?
Oh my God, I have a celebrity. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's talk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Here. Attorney General Bondi, 6 days ago,
You posted online, quote, "If you come for law enforcement, the Trump administration will come for you," end quote. I want to show you just a brief video. It's about 30 seconds, and I'll ask you a couple questions about it.
Hey, you guys are disgusting.
Was that Courtney Love?
Listen up.
No, we haven't seen Courtney Love tonight. Dude, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Let me finish my point, dude.
And I told Ellen that I needed to have friends. She said she did not want.
Why are you not getting powerful erections even after?
Why is nobody talking about?
Dude, what was up with that? Why are you not getting powerful erections? Skip! Dude, what is going on with TikTok, bro? Dude, guys boob grabbing. There's a woman talking about powerful erections. Like, what are these guys doing, bro?
Why is nobody talking?
I'm a little nervous.
Dude, I love Kristen Stewart. Jesus, dude.
MAGA has a major closeted gay male problem.
Dude, yeah. Dude,
Do not owe you forgiveness.
dude, MAGA is closeted gay, right? I mean, that's what MAGA stands for, isn't it? Make America gay again, right? That's what MAGA means, isn't it? Make America gay again, right? That's what it stands for. Ugh.
So here's a video that I potentially shouldn't be posting. The Department of Homeland Security officially sending hundreds of subpoenas to Google, Meta, Reddit, and Discord. See Americans who criticize ICE.
Dude, is this a good one?
What was that experience like? Where was that photo taken?
I can't even speak.
You can't speak? Did he hit on you?
No, but yeah, but he did ask me out later.
Okay.
I didn't go out.
okay.
No,
I know, I'm
no.
just
He
kidding.
called me. I was on location doing a movie, and he called me right after he'd gotten a divorce and said,
Oh.
"I really think we should date because you're America's sweetheart and I'm America's richest man, and the people would love it."
Ew. Dude, yeah, she wouldn't love it,
So
though.
here's a video.
Jesus.
White man.
So wait, you're straight? Oh, okay. Are you a person? What am I working with?
Trans.
Trans man?
Trans woman.
Okay. What day are we on of the journey?
Like your
Mr. Minister, the U.S. President Donald Trump warned that Iran must now make peace, otherwise.
There's a man here to see you, and he's claiming that.
Wasn't she like 16 in Blue Lagoon? Dude, so Brooke Shields, guys, she started in Pretty Baby. Okay? That's where Brooke Shields started, was like young in
Iran could destroy
crazy
every American
movie.
military.
Dude, everything is like
CEO of left.
Dude, everything is fucking about the war, bro. Dude, I've seen that clip. Dude, we've seen all this. TikTok is bad for the brain? Nah, dude, sometimes you gotta do it.
United States. Soviet.
𝗙cie Patel under oath said Trump's name appears less than 100 times in the files. We now know that's not true. Trump's name appears more times in the Epstein files than God's name appears in the book about God. Okay, by the way, this is the Trump Bible. Move over, King James. Now, Madam Attorney General, I have like 25 seconds left. So, because I'm curious, and I'd like to see you flip to the Jared Moskowitz section of the binder. I'm interested to see what staff provided on the oppo on me, and because we're in the
So being Christian is an important part of being truly American. You would also disagree with that.
I do believe that goes to the roots.
Dude, look at her. Bro, Bobby. Look at her, dude. She is such a turnip.
So being Christian is an important part of being truly American. You would also disagree with that.
I do believe that goes to the roots of our foundation. Absolutely. Our founding fathers were Christians.
You know, my granddad was a Baptist preacher in South Texas. My faith is very important to me. He told me when I was real little that as Christians, we're supposed to follow Jesus' 2 commandments, to love God and love neighbor. And there was no exception to that second commandment. Love thy neighbor regardless of race or gender or sexual orientation or immigration status or religious affiliation. And so in Texas, I'm constantly battling Christian nationalism, a bill that forces every public school teacher to put up a poster of the 10 commandments, a bill that replaces school counselors with untrained chaplains, a bill that would have taught Christian Bible stories as historical fact to our youngest students. And I always speak up on behalf of my Jewish...
Dude, it's crazy.
Why is Iran launching their oldest and weakest missiles towards Israel that will take hours to reach Israel and can easily...
He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over, the Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. He is the most transparent president
Dude! Oh my God, it's so funny. The left turn there. The left turn from like, he's transparent, he's this, he's that. The Dow! Oh, that's so good. I want to watch that again.
the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over, the Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. He is.
Dude. Oh my God, bro. That is so good. The Dow, she is glitching out. Oh, Jesus. Dude, that's so fucked up. Guys, it is like, this shit weirds me out because we never feel the consequences of our imperialism. You know what I'm saying? We don't. I mean, we don't have military jets cruising overhead. We're not filming, you know, downtown as missiles land on the city. It's just, it's really dangerous and reckless when you're involved in this sort of military skirmish, but you're not engaged with any of that stuff. You know, I mean, you got to wonder if we were engaged in it, if there were missiles dropping on Dallas tonight, if there were missiles hitting Nashville this evening, I think a lot of these politicians would be changing their tunes about what we're going to do with this imperialism, you know? You know what I'm saying?
When I was a teenager, Bush was the president, and I fucking hated Bush.
Hey, why would you ever invest that in anybody else?
Because they killed 1 million people. When
Dude!
I was a teenager...
Dude! Did you see his face? Oh my God, did you see Cuomo's face? He's just like... What an idiot.
When I was a teenager, Bush was the president, and I fucking hated Bush.
Hey, why would you ever invest that in anybody else?
Because they killed 1 million people. When I was a teenager...
Dude.
Holy shit. Not only was 𝗙ście𝗶𝗍𝗀 being fucking awesome today, but Jasmine Crockett was on fire.
Let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have done it thus far in this investigation. You have done it this far. as it relates to this committee. And every single hearing, y'all spin, spin, spin. I don't know how y'all are still standing right now, because you should be quite dizzy from all the spinning that you're constantly doing when it comes to spinning the truth. You talk about free and fair elections, but you back a guy who we know tried to steal the election. And this isn't about what Democrats have to say. Let me remind you, for those of you that don't know how the justice system works, it's not a matter of the president went in and indicted Trump, but we are talking about grand juries. Grand juries are comprised of American citizens.
They are indeed.
If you're really going to be a racist, then you should be a true racist and not use.
They're never. Remember when Wendy Williams asked Donald Trump what he had in common with his daughter, and he said this.
Dude, that quote is
For
now.
the American people, was the president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce?
Know what?
It is not your time to ask questions. I'm reclaiming my time.
Talking about Donald Trump. He doesn't even like you.
The time belongs to the gentle lady from Vermont.
Dude, what is up with the fucking piece of tape on the nose?
Do you support Trump?
I do. I have for a long time. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
I have a simple question. I've seen you often. I'm much, much older than you, but I've seen you off and on, and you do make some valid points. And I think everything you say, you have the right to have your voice, and that's what the world is about. But here's a question I've always wanted to ask you. What has kept you from joining the military? Why did you not join the military?
Never felt a calling. Not very physically inclined to do so.
Okay, you're honest. Okay,
I got a degree in economics. I specifically am more like math oriented, things like that.
Dude, like, who the fuck wants to join the military? Give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, all my dad and all my siblings were in the military. Dude, all you have to do, you ready for this? To anyone, if you're thinking about going in the military, go spend some time with somebody who's been in for like 6 years. And I swear to you, you spend a couple afternoons with a person who's been in for 6 years, 8 years, you will never join the military, right? When you see them, you're like, holy fucking shit. People come back and they're damaged, bro. They are damaged. I mean, it's sad, you know? It's sad, dude. It's sad.
If you're not running ads on TikTok, oh shit.
I love Trump. What do you say to somebody who goes, wait, the 2016
Dude, what the fuck?
I love Trump. What do you
I love Trump. I love Trump. I love Trump.
Say to somebody who goes, wait, the 2016 primary was rigged, Trump said. The 2016 popular vote was rigged. The 20
Dude, what's up with homie, bro?
2020 election was rigged.
Dude,
Popular vote
dude,
was rigged.
what's up? Homie's got like Trump
Popular
neck.
vote was rigged.
You see that shit?
Trump said. The 2016 popular vote.
Dude, homie's got Trump neck on his face, bro. Yo, homie, you got some of that Trump neck on your face. Dude, it's pretty sad, man.
What is your evidence?
Anyway.
I know that you'd like to make me the topic of this and not what happened, but...
Get her, Jake. Get her, Jake.
Dude, homie is spirited.
I just showed you video of people attacking law enforcement officers. Undisputed proof, undisputed evidence. And I just said President Trump pardoned all of them. And you said that President Trump is enforcing all the laws equally. It's just not true.
Pazuzu was on with Jake Tapper on the Sunday.
I'd like to thank the glorious Chinese military for providing us such high-resolution satellite images of the shit ship, the shit ship itself. This is the new...
You do realize that they give money to...
I don't think it surprised me in the moment of the attack. I mean, the president has called me a lot of names. He's gone after me and tried to deflect from the questions that we're asking. But in that moment, you know, he is someone who is often politically savvy or tied in with what his base wants. In that moment, I was thinking, you know, if he had said that in response to a different question, I think it would have had a different reaction. I mean, I don't think any woman, I think a lot of women can identify with that moment and that feeling. Yes. But I think it was actually the question that is what generated so many headlines out of that, because my question was about sexual assault survivors, and it wasn't even accusatory of the president. It was what these women, many of whom I've interviewed and had on my show often, have said to me. And I don't think it's a controversial opinion that you shouldn't smile when you're asking questions about a sex trafficker and sexual assault victims.
Let's go.
Do you know why Trump keeps bringing up Greenland? This isn't a joke anymore. Greenland belongs to Denmark, an EU country. But Trump has had his eyes on it since 2019. Back then, people laughed. After Venezuela, no one is laughing now. Trump says Russian and Chinese ships are everywhere in the Arctic, and Greenland is critical for U.S. security. He's even suggested force can't be ruled out. Why Greenland?
Dude, Trump is a fucking asshole. Let's just fucking acknowledge
Major Iran
that.
news this evening. Senior Iranian officials are saying that they are not going to let Donald Trump off the hook, saying that he must pay the price. This is from Ali Larijani saying...
Dude, that's a crazy quote, dude. Iranian officials say Trump must pay the price. As Trump says, Iran bombed its own school and U.S. bombs oil facilities. Dude, it's going to be...
He didn't shoot a mob. He shot...
I mean, I'm just telling you, dude. I don't think Iran is going down.
There is a leaked Turning Point USA Erica Kirk audio that Clandis got somehow, and it unironically is crazy. And an ex-Turning Point USA employee leaked this to Clandis. Let's take a look.
That Charlie has not been dead for 2 weeks. That's where you have to go back to.
The fact that we were able to pull off...
Oh, dude, we listened to that video. Dude, that video is, or that audio is nuts. Remember where she's like, oh my God, we pulled off the craziest, like, memorial, 50,000 hat orders. We brought in $12 million. Like, my husband is dead. I know that it sounds weird, but like, my husband is dead. Like, can we talk about the hat orders? Dude, so mental.
So the orange criminal is apparently planning to launch missiles at the United States.
What are you going to do if 𝗙cie Gabbard shows up with a warrant issued by a federal judge in Missouri who's never been to Virginia to seize ballot boxes from the state of Virginia?
Well, then now that's something separate from the 287G issue. I mean, and I know I had to take a deep breath for a moment as we think about a president who is saying that they want to essentially federalize elections, take control of elections. It runs in the face of even just the basic principles of our country. States run elections. That's how it works. And we have a president who has recognized.
Yeah, and that's how it's going to work in November, too. I'm telling you, we have to be ready. We have to be ready to seize the voting precincts. You know what I'm saying?
Israel is not.
If ICE shows up in a voting precinct.
Kristi Noem is attacking Donald
Trump.
Trump.
Oh, yeah, dude, I want to see this one. This one is going to be crazy. Sorry, there's a war on no voting. Dude, so the war doesn't matter. There's no provision. We are not the Ukraine. Ukraine has a provision that while there's a war, there's no elections. In the U.S., nothing stops elections. We had them in the Civil War. We had them in Vietnam, Korea, World War I and II. There is no, the elections don't stop. They don't stop for war. They don't stop for civil war. They don't stop for martial law. There's nothing that stops a U.S. election, right? Nothing. Now, the red states could not hold their elections. The states manage the elections. I suppose the red states could be like, we're not voting, but all right, don't vote. I don't know. Good luck to you. But
Noem is attacking Donald Trump after he fired her. I think Noem is finally realizing that if you have loyalty to Donald Trump, that is always a one-way street. And this is from a previous clip, but this is what Kristi Noem said publicly about those ads before, of course, she was fired.
Talked to me several times. We had several meetings during the transition talking about it. And he said to me one day, we had a meeting, I left his office, and then Natalie came chasing me down the hall and she goes, the president wants to tell you something he forgot to visit with you about. So I came back into his office.
Dude, I can't even stand Kristi Noem's voice, dude.
If I may, there seems to be a little confusion with DNI Gabbard was down in Atlanta last week for the Fulton County search. Originally, this office said that she was not part of the investigation. She put in a letter to Congress that President Trump directed her to do so.
Look at
then
his
now
face
President
back
Trump
here, dude.
yesterday said that it was at your insistence that
He's
she
like
went
chewing
down
the
there.
cud.
So what is the case here?
Yeah, thanks for asking that. It's that's interesting because 𝗙𝗫𝗃𝗃 and I are inseparable.
Oh yeah, we believe that.
not a game.
Does Trump feel funny to you anymore? No. Years ago.
No, dude. There's nothing.
Take a listen.
How does a guy go from
Does Trump take a listen?
How does a guy go from being a math teacher at the Dalton School in the late 70s with no college degree to having multiple airplanes, a private island, and the largest residential house in Manhattan? Where did all the money come from? And no one has ever gotten to the bottom of that because no one has ever tried. And moreover, it's extremely obvious to anyone who watches that this guy had direct connections to a foreign government. Now, no one's allowed to say that that foreign government is Israel because we have been somehow cowed into thinking that that's naughty. There is nothing wrong with saying that. There is nothing hateful about.
We have some very horrific news right now out of one of the largest detention facilities in the country where guards.
Jesus, dude. What the fuck is this, bro? Guards are placing bets on which migrant will take their own life next. Like, come on, bro. Dude, these betting markets got to be zoinked, boss.
This is a
Jesus.
strategic move geopolitically that we may not fully understand, but
Oh, here we go.
This is a strategic move geopolitically that we may not fully understand, but I absolutely trust that this is best for our
Can I
nation,
ask
and we
you
should be America
what
first.
makes you think that the regime has ended?
Let Sunny do
well,
what
that
she's
was
doing.
the leader is the absolute Ayatollah is dead.
Well, but I'm
the
old
people.
enough to
Well, okay,
remember.
ND,
I'm
I get
old
it.
enough to remember
Let's not do this
1989.
crosstalk thing.
Yeah,
right.
Finish your sentence.
I was. This is a strategic move.
It's a strategic move.
One of
5D
my
chess.
funniest memories of now President Trump was about 15 years ago, and I went to visit him at one of his golf clubs, and they said, oh, he's in the lobby.
Dude, what the
Does
fuck
anyone
is
have
this?
a not stupid question? Yeah, can you just tell us if there are going to be boots on the ground? Yeah, your mom's next to my bed after I bang her.
Dude.
In case you were wondering how bad the brainwashing of the left has gotten.
Oh my God. I love this chick, dude. This chick is so funny. Right here, this girl.
Yeah, in case you were wondering how bad the brainwashing of the left has gotten.
Giving any kind of criticism while you're wearing a shirt with Donald Trump's face on it is absolutely insane. I'm surprised you have the balls to continue to talk about the Epstein files when this is in the Epstein files and wear that shirt at the same time. I guess all those kids lied, right? They're all lying. Let me guess, they got it wrong.
So, dude.
Yeah, in case you were wondering how bad the brainwashing of the left has gotten.
Giving any kind of criticism while you're wearing a shirt
Can't
with
remember
Donald
what
Trump's
her
face
name
on it
is.
is absolutely insane. I'm surprised you have.
Will be effectively bringing into effect.
Nobody knows what's going on. Well, folks, things appear to.
By the way, can I just say something before we move on? Can I just say, I think it is so unfair how NFL fans have been complaining about the cameras cutting to Taylor Swift, right? Like she's controlling the cameras at the games, right? Like just let her live, let her live. In fact, tonight on Taylor's behalf, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give her a break. Every time they mention Taylor Swift, I'm going to get revenge. Every time someone says Taylor Swift, I'm going to cut the cameras to someone who played football. That's what I'll do. Cut! Bam! Just like that. Oh yeah, you like that, Terry Crews? You like that, Terry Crews? You better fix your face, Terry. Yeah, we're watching you all night, Terry. No relaxing for you.
Dude, it's so funny.
Another one bites the dust, beautiful viewers. Less than 1 day after Donald Trump canned former Department of Homeland Security Secretary and ICE Barbie Kristi Noem, another high-profile Trump administration official has also had the axe fall. And I promise you, when you learn who it is, you will have a reason to feel some joy this weekend. So buckle up and prepare to point and laugh. This story is bitchy fun. And it's coming up next.
Dude, who got
Collins is
fired?
really starting to piss me off, and someone had to say it. I was just listening to her on Heather McMahon's podcast, Absolutely Not, which is so funny. As a
You see this?
What do you look like, Ivanka?
I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
So
Jesus.
She knows.
Dude, Trump.
But you wouldn't want him to have his First Amendment rights infringed on his ability to criticize certain policies of a particular
Of course not.
American
No one's talking about
government,
that.
would
He has no right
As
to
an
perform at the
As
Super
an
Bowl.
American citizen? Really? That's disqualified. So
the First Amendment has nothing to do with it.
Anyone who's ever been...
The First Amendment has nothing to do with it. The First Amendment is about government
Dude, I think we're hard-pressed to find anyone more annoying than Megyn Kelly. I think the only woman television personality more annoying than Megyn Kelly is Laura Ingraham, right? Dude, she is such a degenerate, bro. She is such a degenerate. All right, dude, I got to go make some videos. She is arrogant, and she's like arrogant, and she's not like, she's not smart, you know? Megyn Kelly, she's not smart. She's always like really limited in her viewpoint, and like everything she argues about usually centers around some little like personal viewpoint of hers. It's you know, she's never arguing for anyone outside of her own sphere. Like she is so
issue at the same time, and I know you've been dealing.
There
with
we
this
go.
today.
There's the one person who's probably worse than her, dude. Is Laura Ingraham.
At the same time, and I know you've been dealing with this today, but Donald Trump's Truth Social post set off a firestorm.
Dude, look at her face, bro. Dude, what the fuck is going on with her face?
I only noticed it this morning because I was writing, but it was a video that he had posted portraying Michelle and Barack Obama with an ape motif, and I guess there were other politicians.
Dude, she's terrible.
Why is Bad Bunny so reluctant to have close?
He's being shown polling that this war is like a 90-10 win for him.
Yeah, this is not a 90-10 win for him. He's in deep shit. Dude, he's in deep shit. All right. It's time. It's time for that dance party. Hey, I know, guys. Tonight was just sort of, I don't know. We talked a little bit about the war, and then I kind of needed that TikTok scroll. I don't know about you guys. I just needed something that was a little mindless tonight and not too serious. I don't spend any time on TikTok really lately. We used to do a little hogwatch before. Dude, it's crazy though. Like I used to get a lot of right-wing influencers in my feed. And now I think because I'm posting left-wing content every day, I'm not really getting the right-wing influencers anymore. Right? Sometimes I scrolled when you were into the clip. Oh, I'm sorry. Dude. Sorry about that. I was not really investing too much, though, on any one clip. I was keeping it light. Dude, I was keeping it light. Killed the ones you were into? Oh, sorry. Dude, I have a thing, though, when I'm doing those sort of TikTok scrolls, I can't really get in more than like a minute, though. You know what I'm saying? All right. But it is dance time, guys. I'm going to fucking dance like everybody's watching. Oi. Oh. All right. You ready? Yeah, time did go by fast. Check. Everybody get stretched. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. All right. All right. Ooh, Erica Kirk, yes. It must stretch you. Let it stretch you like the holy fist. Dude, she is so weird, bro. Erica Kirk, dude, dude, I can't help but like think about her to the Burger King theme, right? EK, have it your way, right? Dude, that's what it is. It's what all the guys say. All the guys down at the club, they say, EK, have it your way. Oh! Oh yeah, that's right. Dude, I forgot. It's fucking, it is like spring forward, right? When it happens at 2 a.m., doesn't it? Is that when it happens? In like 1 hour? It's gonna fucking spring forward. It's gonna be 3 a.m. Dude, we're losing an hour? Fuck, bro. Wanted to get some sleep. Lose an hour? Yeah, but that's all right, though. We lose an hour, but we gain some sunshine, dude. Dude, I do like the sunshine, right? Getting a little fucking sun. You know, getting out of the darkness. That means summer's going to be here soon. All right, you ready? I don't know, dude. I'm pretty beat tonight, so I don't know how spirited this is going to be. But I'm going to give it my best. All right, we're going to dial it up here. All right, little deja vu check. Check. Yo. Here we go.
Got a lot of choices. I got a lot of ways that I can go. I hear a lot of voices. They have a lot to say, but I don't know. I've been here before. Yeah, I do recognize the title. There's marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like things will turn out okay. Everything lately, I'm feeling so familiar. Coming on greatly, it's feeling like a million. I've been here before, yeah, I do recognize the title. This marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like things will turn out okay. I'm coming up slowly. This feeling that I have now, almost a bit holy. An notion that I will make it out somehow. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like. A little deja vu,
Dude. Get the lungs going, baby. Let's go. Dude, let's go, Tyler. Thank you, boss. Appreciate that, brother. Woo! Paint away. Dude, I destroyed my socks. I had a fucking toe coming out of that one. If you dare, is pulling everywhere. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pain. Yeah, 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 yeah. After you, I'm afraid of feeling some too soon. Cling to what you're given. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Woo! Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pain. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Take care of your head, guys. All right, we got a long way to go, dude. We do. We need to kick some ass in November. All right, be good to yourselves. Thank you for everything. Thank you for keeping me sane. We are going to get through this. We're going to kick some ass. I will see you guys tomorrow, all right? Good night. Is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let them. Nothing is what I say.